onslaught. Now, for Liverpool, they have gone right now is 7 games with a single win. Which win was that? I think Champions League game. They have lost 5 games in the last 6 games. I've said it in the past. I'll keep on saying it again that I predicted that Liverpool will find it hard even to go to top 4. I think right now a lot of you are beginning to agree with me. A lot of you are beginning to agree with me, despite your opposition in the past, despite your comments in the past. A lot of you are saying the less. Now, I wouldn't say that Anslot should go. I'm just thinking first for Anslot. In my case, I've seen him. I've seen him in the press conferences. I've seen him in the dugout. I've seen him giving instructions. I've seen him, and I think he's a very, very unlikable character. I think I've said it again, and I'll say it. He looks like he was a bully in school. He looks like he was a bully in school. The way he talks, the way he does everything, like is a guy that if I was going to be a player under him, it will be a nightmare. Now, I don't know him personally, but I just think that he's not going to manage that dressing room correctly. Right now that he's struggling, I don't think he's going to. We just need a little pressure on Liverpool, and then we finally get the 2015. Was it 2015? No, 2015 Liverpool was good. I think the before Suarez and before Suarez Liverpool, I think was 2010 or something. We need that Liverpool. The Liverpool that had the kite, that had, I don't know who's that. The Liverpool that had the Sterling. Was Sterling part of it? And who's this other guy? That Liverpool. We need it just right now because I've been, I've been, I've been living in a point where I don't know, but a whole lot of my life I have seen Chelsea winning. I have seen Arsenal at the beginning struggling and winning, and then Man United winning. And then initially, I used to see Liverpool play with Michael Owen and other stuff. Like Michael Owen was one guy who I used to like so much. Like he was my hero. The way he came up and the way he was playing at Liverpool. And that made me have a soft spot for Liverpool. And as much as I have never really supported them, especially right now that all of a sudden there's a very, very, very influx of Liverpool fans. I don't know where they were. Like, I used to see only 1 or 2 or 3 Liverpool fans, but now we have like a dozen. They are even nearly going head to head with Man City fans. Now, I'm looking at them and I just want them to go through a period where they're suffering to see their metal, where they're suffering, where they are going into a, a game and they don't expect to win because they have been expecting every other week to win. The same thing with Man City. They have been expecting they go into the game week and then they win. They're facing Chelsea, they're beating us. They're facing any other team. It's just a win, a win, a win, a win, a win, a win. Whenever they got a loss, it was like, hey, everything was coming down. Even last year when Pep was having his losses and every Man City fans were like, we need Pep out. That's what I need to happen to this Liverpool. That's what I need to happen to Slot. Because when I initially said Slot is winning all these games because I haven't seen a coach that's come into, you know, a team straight away and then there's no changes in the way they play. Even Real Madrid, you can see how this guy plays and the way Ancelotti used to play, there's some difference. There's some difference in personality. Is that even the right word? But there's a difference in tactics. There's a difference in the way they're playing the ball, the way they're moving the ball up front, the way they're defending. Now, you can tell that this guy has come with his own philosophy, with his own tactics, and is impacting the players. Now, if the players catch the tactics or the thing very early, the way Madrid are doing it, you can praise the coach. We can all go around and say, this person, this Alonso, is a tactician, is one of the best tacticians. But the way Anslot came in and won the Premier League, and I saw how Klopp was playing, and then I see how Slot was playing, and there's literally very few changes in the way they're going to front, in the way they're defending, in the way they're scoring. And sometimes you say that, because it's the same personnel, like it's the same players playing, so you don't expect the changes to be apparent, which I will agree with it. But then there's just some things which you think a coach will come with a philosophy that you can tell this guy is coaching these guys, is giving this guys new information, is giving this guy new tactics, new way to is improving these players. When a coach just comes and do the same thing as the previous coach, and this coach continues to win, and they even win the Premier League, sometimes when they're getting praised, I just feel something. It itches in me. Just saying that this guy doesn't deserve these praises. Like I haven't seen the change. I haven't seen, in fact, from me, I saw Salah a little, plummet a little. I saw all these other guys plummet, Van Dijk going down, as it was expected. But people even like Konate, which we were not expecting. We thought that Konate will be going into that Van Dijk prime, but Konate is just going with the team. So Bosley is just going with the team. Jones is just, and you see, like, people are praising this guy, but I think this guy is not that good. And I'm vindicated. When I see this Liverpool, I just know that Slot wasn't as good as people are claiming. And whatever is happening to him right now, will have even happened to him earlier. I'm just glad that they were able to prevent Arsenal from winning the Premier League. But I think they are a sixth or seventh, like Slot is a sixth, seventh coach, and the players are also fifth, sixth, seventh. Of course, they have good players, but they're old. So if you ask me, if Liverpool needs to change anything, Slot should go out. Like, it's just that thing. It's just that thing where we signed you, you were lucky, but then we don't think you are that good. But as I know, Liverpool will want to give him time the way they gave Klopp time, which I think is a blessing to every other team in the league, because Klopp is not going to get into the heights that he got last year. He's not even going to be at the heights that, Slot is not going to even to be at the heights that Klopp was in. He's going to suffer. He's going to get defeated. This is not just a phase. People are thinking that this is just a phase of 5, 7 games, and then you will see where the problem is and then correct it. But this is not a phase. This is how your team is going to be. A very, very inconsistent once you lose, especially certain players. Because at the goal now, Alisson is not coming back. Nobody is going to replace Salah. At the mid, you're not going to get as good a midfield like that Fabinho, Wijnaldum, and something. These guys are good, but they're not going to give that output like the other guys. So you're not going to be prime anymore. Your prime is ended, probably 20 or 30 years. What prime you're going into is Maresca's prime, which hasn't kicked off yet. because we are getting delayed with some injuries, but just bear with us. We are going to save this league because no any other team is willing to save this league. Chelsea, we have decided we are going to save this league from Arsenal winning the Premier League. We are going to act as saviors. I know we are in position 8 right now, but it's just 8 points of position 1. That's just 2 game weeks, and then we are nearly at par. Anyway, if you are still here, subscribe, and then you know what? Hey, I mean, subscribe. Take us to 200. We are just about to hit 300 videos, which is a little bit a good content for anybody who wants to learn and see this journey. Anyway, nice day.